Listen, just give us your broad brushstrokes on the game coming up, the games plural coming up, fans being back, and your squad.
Yeah, well, that's probably the most exciting thing about the next couple of weeks is that we're going to be playing in front of supporters. A month ago, it was obviously in doubt. Last year, we didn't get to play in front of supporters, and it was still a great tournament. It is the best rugby tournament in the world. We're privileged to be involved in it, and to start with England as our first game is superb. In terms of where we are, we have a real strong squad, we believe. The competition for places has been excellent. We have a lot of players that are fit as well. So if we get to that situation in 2 weeks' time, we'll be really pleased as coaches. And we know we have an opportunity, like we do every year, but we feel with the players we have and also the experiences this group has gone through, this is a big opportunity for us.
It's just not the same without supporters, is it?
No, we would love to have shared the win in Twickenham and the last minute win in Paris with our supporters. They were still really enjoyable occasions, but nothing like what we experienced the year before. And also in November, it was great to have supporters back at BT Murrayfield. And they were big occasions, Australia and South Africa in particular. So no, I'm sure it'll be even noisier or even more anticipation from our supporters this time round.
We'll get to the guys that you've named in a minute, but I'm just curious. No Adam Hastings. Is he unlucky? Is he injured? What's the story with Adam?
Yeah, unlucky. Obviously, those that miss out in the squad are right to feel disappointed. They want to be in this squad. They feel that they deserve it. We give each of them some feedback, but he's just missed out. He's been involved, I think, in every campaign since he broke through. Came back in from injury last year and was involved in our last game in Paris. But we just feel at the moment Blair and Finn are playing better. Adam knows he's got things to work on, and if he works on them, he shows his form, then of course the door is still open for him and the others that missed the squad.
I think you've named 5 uncapped players. Is there any of them that you're particularly pleased to be able to bring in and excited to see?
All of them, Kieran, all of them. I can go through all 5 if you want, but
you could, yes. Please do.
Yeah, well, look, Rory Darge, it's great to be able to select him again. He was selected in November, but missed out on a chance to win his first cap for Scotland because he got injured the week before the Tonga game. Since he's came back from his injury, he's been playing really well at a high level in Europe and for Glasgow in the URC. Andy Christie is someone it's really made a breakthrough this season. He has been involved with Saracens for 2 or 3 years now, played in their championship season, but now he's got a regular place. Thought he played really well in the Edinburgh game, Glasgow game as well. He's playing at 8, 6. I believe he might be playing at 7 this week, so someone that can cover the whole back row. In the backs, Ben Vellacott and Ben White, 2 players that are in real form. Scrum half is one of those positions that we have a lot of competition. With 2 players that were involved in November that are no longer involved in this campaign, but that's a testament to the work of both Bens, the form that they're in. And one more, Kyle Rowe. So that's a great story for someone that's not had the opportunities up in Scotland, gone down to a club and got into the team at London Irish through some really good pre-season performances, and then backing up throughout the season. A hat-trick against Saracens, and one of them was an absolute outstanding try. And some consistent performances shows that he's an exciting player that we want to work with.
One last one from me. With the outstanding wins you had in England, in France, Are you resetting the bar? I mean, is there any reason why Scotland cannot be genuine contenders for the championship this season? Is that where the bar's set now?
It has to be. We would enter any game or any competition with the goal of winning what's in front of us. We feel that the experiences our players have gone through over the last year, over the last couple of years, puts them in a good position to know how to win a rugby game. It gives them the confidence that they've done that before. But more than that, the form that our players are in, the competition was really high because our players are in really good form. So they should be confident as individuals, confident with the team. But we're aware of what a big challenge this is. We won 3 games last year, but we didn't even finish in the top 2. We were in the fight for every game we played. The Six Nations the year before, it was the same. I think our defeats were less than 7 points. So that's a good position to be in, to know that you, on your day, you can beat anybody or make it tough for anybody. But we've got to make sure we turn those performances into more wins and play to our potential throughout this tournament.
Thank you.
Gregor, I'll want to talk about Scotland's position in terms of strength and depth, and that potentially being, the strongest that the national team has had for a while. Does that maybe explain why it's a slightly larger squad? I mean, I see like 8 back rowers in there, 6 centres. Are these guys that you just couldn't leave out, or more guys that you need to have a look at?
Yes, we're also aware that we have a number of players playing in England, so the squad may be bigger because we know they're going to go back and play this weekend. We'll be able to, sorry, not this weekend, next weekend after our camp, we'll be able to hold some players in. So a reflection of that, a reflection of the form that it was very difficult getting down to 6 centres, as you say, but with someone like Rory Hutchison, we see him being able to play in different positions, so we can see him covering at 15 and 10. But even getting down to that number of 5, plus Rory, as you know, we're leaving out Huw Jones, Matt Scott, a few others that have been involved with us before. So we had to draw the line somewhere. 39 is probably bigger than we thought. I think most squads are between 36 and 42. But it gives us an opportunity to have quality training sessions, also reward guys that are involved, but also look at a couple of players that maybe haven't been involved before and are playing well, and let's see how they go in our environment.
For guys like Huw, like Adam Hastings and maybe George Horne, who have been in and around squads for a while now, being left out of this, is this a challenge to them 18 months out from a World Cup that they have to show more? It's never taken for granted that they're going to make these squads.
It's a challenge for them. We want to see them respond to this challenge. They've got 2 or 3 games over the next 2 or 3 weeks. They'll obviously have, certainly in Adam and Hugh's case, they'll have games during that first part of the Six Nations. So that's how they respond. I'm sure they'll respond positively. I spoke to a few players last night. They want to show us that we got the decision wrong. They want to show us what they can do because they want to come back and play for Scotland. And that's what we want to hear. Now we want to see that in the performances. And it's a challenge to the guys that are selected too. They know that they've got a responsibility, not just playing for the country, but also that they've been given this opportunity ahead of others that maybe have been in the squad before or are quality players too. They've got to give the best version of themselves and do all they can to stay in the squad.
I'll ask one, and it's on fans again. Did you feel that the lack of fans in Twickenham and in Paris helped you guys last year? And how big a challenge is it to show that you can go away with a partisan crowd against you and get away wins in those environments?
Logic would say that it helped us because we won in Wales, London and Paris, but we lost 2 games at home last year. Normal seasons, it's been the opposite way around. Now, each game tells its own story, and you've got to win whether there's crowds or not. We know the backing at BT Murrayfield helps us. We know the backing at the Principality helps Wales. So you've got to overcome that in the Six Nations. And this year it's back to being a proper Six Nations with 70, 60, 80,000 supporters behind the home team. But I believe it's a challenge our team is ready for.
Cheers.
Last couple of questions, please, guys.
Yeah, Gregor, a lot's obviously been said about the strength and depth. You mentioned that the number of players picked. How does it stack up? You go as far to say this is the strongest squad that's ever gone into the Six Nations?
Certainly in my experience of a coach, and I put that as an assistant coach back in 2009 to 2012, and probably as a player, from around 99 onwards, the competition for places is intense. And it's not just saying, look, there's 3 guys that are competing for centre that we've seen at training at Edinburgh that aren't playing. No, the other week we had, I hope I don't miss anybody out, but we had Sione and Sam playing for Glasgow. We had James Lang and Mark Bennett playing in bonus point wins for both teams. We had Matt Curry coming into the Edinburgh team the following week. We had Matt Scott playing for Leicester, the current league leaders. Huw Jones playing for Harlequins, the last year's champions. Chris Harris, Rory Hutchinson. That's just in one position. So players are playing well at the highest level of the club game. So yeah, it is very competitive, and that's a good sign. It's a good sign if we do have injuries or anything that might happen COVID-wise, then we know we've got other people who can step in outside the squad. But just now it's up to the players in this squad and ultimately the 23 that get selected for England to gel as a team and play their best rugby.
And the last question in the broadcast section to Julian, please.
Yeah, hello, Gregor. Sorry, just to go back on this. As someone who's actually experienced many times as a player, just what is it about playing in front of 67,000 people at Murrayfield that makes so much of a difference when you're actually on the field yourself?
Well, look, you've been there as a supporter, whether it's from the reception the players get out as they run onto the field, or the anthems, or just the noise when you're playing well. You don't get that sensation, that feeling in any other walk of life. So it's great. It's a buzz. It's a thrill for our players. It propels you forward. It gives you confidence. And it's why, amongst other reasons, it's why our players put in the effort and make the sacrifices to get that opportunity once more. And it's great we're going to have supporters this time around.
Thanks to all the broadcasters. Sorry, Julian, that's us running out of time on the broadcast section. If we can move on to the written guys now, please. Thank you.